This episode of Quit Stalling is brought to you by Jinx.com. To get 10% off of your entire shopping cart, use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366 at checkout. Need some Blizzard swag for that loved one on their birthday? Want to show your best friend that you'll gladly support their supersonic, acrobatic, rocket-powered battle car addiction? Head on over to Jinx.com, use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366, get 10% off. That's QUITSTALLING_366 at checkout. We'll get you guys 10% off of your checkout. Alright, I'm going to take down that starting soon sign. Oh man. Oh, wonderful. I'm hoping people got to hear that. I'm not quite sure if they got to hear the whole intro song. Mick, let me know in the chat if you could hear the intro song. Because I forgot I muted I muted some audio because I watched some YouTube while James was setting up. So I hope they got to hear the intro because I am super pumped. That intro gets me pumped every time, no matter what time of the day we're recording from. I get so psyched, man. All right.
Your energy is so high, like, compared to mine. Like, I'm sorry if I'm not matching your energy.
That's fine. You're here to look pretty, and you're doing just that. All right, everyone, welcome to the show, fueled by trash in order to power up to 1.21 gigawatts. This is the show where we travel to the land that time forgot, a land where Jeff Goldblum hits on every living thing he sees. I am Herald, and I am broadcasting live straight from the Quit Stalling studio. And with me today, as he is on every Quit Stalling podcast episode that I've been doing in recent history, from the land of Hao and Kimusabi, in a galaxy not so far away, the scruffy-looking nerd herder himself, James Gutierrez. How you doing, James?
I'm doing pretty good. Now, that was a hell of an introduction, sir, I must say. Thank you very much. It's good. I am here now, as I was telling you offline. I just got to Oregon. I came up from San Francisco. That was a hell of a drive. It was about 10, 11 hours.
What?
All in all.
What?
Yeah, it was quite a drive. Like, it's nice. Yeah, sure. Saying San Francisco to Portland, I did the drive. No, it's a drive. Like, it's about 500. I want to say 575 miles, roughly.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah. So times, almost double that for kilometers.
Yeah. So you drove that solo. With a rent-a-car? How did you do that?
No. Actually, I'm here with my colleague, so we switched off. I did the California leg of the trip, and then he did the Oregon leg. Like, some of the drive was, like, beautiful. Like, it was very nice, very scenic. We took the fastest route, which is just I-5. You could take the coastal route, which is much more scenic, but it'll take longer.
Okay.
So that one stage, the I-5, just was a straight line.
Oh, sweet.
Like, just no, not sweet. It's a straight line for hundreds of miles.
Oh, so it was boring.
Nothing. It's the most boring drive. It's not the entire drive. Parts of it are fantastic, but there's at least 300 miles of flat nothingness.
Oh my gosh.
Where you're just driving.
Did you guys listen to some music? Like, how'd you pass the time? Like, that sounds...
Pretty much, yeah. Music, other activities, just not much. We laughed at the vanity license plates.
Okay, vanity license plates. Okay.
We took some detours. We went to Mount Shasta. We went to Lake Shasta to take some pictures.
Okay.
We went to this place. We went to a real place. This is a real town in California. It's called Weed, California.
Yes. That sounds like your kind of town, man.
Hold on.
Okay. Are you...
I bought a shirt.
Oh! Oh, that is so cool! And the shirt looks nice too. Like that looks pretty cool, man. How much you get that for? Is that like a?
It was like $15,
Not bad.
and then I got prepared for the 4th of July over here.
Oh. That's
USA
awesome,
drinking
dude.
team. Where's
That's
the one?
sweet.
And then I have this one other shirt. I forgot it. But yeah, I'm enjoying
Oh,
Oregon. I mean,
yeah.
Oregon's it's. I'm tempted to watch, like, I just want to enjoy the environment and then watch Portlandia and then compare it.
Yeah.
Because I did the reverse with Silicon Valley. I love the show. I watched the show, and then like I was living in Silicon Valley, and it really is like the show. Like it's so true. So I want to see if Portlandia has the same kind of effect over here.
Okay. Yeah. See how exaggerated or how true to life it is.
Correct.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. All right, that's great. Dude, I love your stories, man. Like, I mean, and you made a boring road trip sound so freaking entertaining. So how long are you there for in Portland before we move on?
I'm here for about 3 weeks. I am literally a stone's throw away from the Nike headquarters. Nike World headquarters is here in Beaverton, Oregon.
Yes!
For those of you who did not know.
Yes. Are you gonna meet Phil Knight? Press some flesh with Phil Knight.
I'm gonna try. Like I'm definitely gonna try. We'll see if I can get an audience. That's a Instagram level picture.
Dude. Yes.
Oh, you should check out the. I'll send you the photo. Maybe we could share it. Also, my picture with the Urata-san from Capcom.
Oh yeah, dude, that'd be so awesome. We could post that on our feeds.
Totally. I look all spiffy in a suit.
I'm sure you do, man. You clean up good, James. You clean up good.
And then I'm rocking before. One last thing.
Oh yeah, dude.
This is not a paid advertisement whatsoever. I'm rocking my startup swag. This is from tripping.com. I had a wonderful conversation with Jen O'Neill, their CEO and
Sweet.
co-founder. She is amazing. Basically, they do meta search and they compare vacation rentals. So to simplify, it is like the kayak or Skyscanner version towards, let's say, websites like Airbnb.
Yeah, that's useful.
It's super useful and mad respect because I use that all the time in my travels.
Yeah.
So trippin.com.
You ain't tripping when you on tripping. All right.
You ain't tripping on tripping.
That's so cool, man. The kind of people you meet. So cool. Oh, by the way, we should ask the Capcom head if we could talk to some of their PR guys on GameBite or something.
Totally. I'll reach out to him. I'll reach out to him after I've finished my other discussions with him, but definitely I will reach out to him.
Sweet. All right. I think aside from that, like, on my front, we just played some D&D yesterday.
I wanted to play with you guys while I was there. I'm sad that I didn't.
Yeah, we'll work it out. Whenever you're back in town, we'll hook it up. I play with guys like Jay, who's one of our co-hosts on the show when he has time. Good friend of the show, Mickey Banzon. The guys were great. It was super entertaining. It was like 80% jokes, 10% story progression, 10% eating. So it was a productive day.
Right. Good mix.
Yeah, it was an awesome mix. I was telling them because they started getting worried, like, we don't really get much done when we do these, and I was like, and that's kind of why we do these, right? Because we enjoy playing with each other. If you were playing with like some other people who were like super serious, it wouldn't be as fun. I mean, for them. So
exactly.
Yeah. So it was a great time. It was a great time. Yeah. Let's move into the news, shall we?
We shall.
Yes, I see. Good news, everyone!
All right, it's the news. First things first. Let's talk about the things on our shirt, man. On our shirts.
Dude, I find it so like serendipitous that we ended up both wearing our Jurassic Park shirts. I mean, like, I know that we had Jurassic Park on the on the what's it called, the chopping block or whatever. Like, I know it's what we're gonna talk about. But I didn't know that.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I wore this
definitely.
shirt all day. Like, this was it, Jurassic Park, man. Sorry, serendipity was just cool. Anyway, continue. I'll let you take over. I was so random.
No, man, no. It was very fortuitous that we ended up wearing the same shirt. So first things first, guys. Jurassic World. Let me make sure the image showed up. So yeah, Jurassic World, guys. We finally got the title for the sequel to Jurassic World, and we got our first poster released. So title: Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. The tagline is "Life finds a way." Freaking scary and ominous as balls. Honestly, not to over criticize, it looks pretty much the same as all the other Jurassic Park movie posters. Not to say it's a bad thing, but you could easily just see this and be like, oh, it's Jurassic World, and not know it's a sequel. We're kind of in that territory nowadays where you don't really name your movie like Avengers 2 or Jurassic World 2. You know, like everyone needs like a subtitle nowadays.
I think it's a little bit ridiculous what they called it, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I miss the days where it was like Jurassic World 2. You know, I would go with that. Like,
Yeah.
I think that you don't need to have a spiffy title just to call it the next Jurassic World.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. You know, but yeah, nowadays you got to be a little edgier. You know, James, we're products of the '90s, so we're used to things like that.
True.
But nowadays, you know, everyone's got to have the sexy title. You know, like Transformers: Age of Extinction. Like, you know, give it a rest, Michael Bay. God, I hear the new movie really sucks for Transformers, so.
I stopped watching, you know, like,
Yeah, me
as
too.
soon as they got rid of, you know, I gave him a chance when they got rid of Shia. Shia was holding me in. And with Wahlberg, I just enjoy Wahlberg as an actor. I enjoy his movies, both comedic and his more action-based films.
He's a fairly good comedian. He's underrated for his comedy films.
He's underrated as a comedian, and I find him quite hilarious. You know, Marky Mark is probably one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
Not saying he's the most talented, but he is definitely one of my personal favorites.
Yes, he's entertaining.
He's an entertainer. He is. I am going completely off track. What were we talking about?
The fact that, you know, the Jurassic World movie is kind of ridiculously titled. But on a good note, though, on a very good note, we're getting more of Jeffrey Goldblum. So Jeff Goldblum, who hasn't been in any of in Jurassic World since I think 2 or I don't know if 3, if he was there for 3, but you know, he's back. He's back for Jurassic World 2: The Fallen Kingdom, and I can't wait for him to, you know, just start like taking off his shirt and sultrily, you know, looking around, making sure everyone knows that you are perverting nature. Knowledge has to be attained and all that jazz. I mean, as ridiculous as he was in that first movie, he was surprisingly an engaging character. I rewatched it like at some point last year, and ridiculous character, super enjoyable though.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got me when you leaned into the mic, because the husky voice change of the Goldblum I couldn't. It was just a little bit too much for me, so I had to pause. You noticed me like kind of wiping some tears. Those were pre-tears. Like, I was almost in tears with how funny I felt that was. But you were exactly right. I am very excited for Dr. Ian Malcolm. I think he was without a doubt my favorite character from the original Jurassic Park.
Oh, really? Nice.
He was great. I mean, I wish there was more. I wish there was more of Goldblum. I didn't like the kids. The kids were annoying. I didn't like the girl who wanted to go check out the Triceratops. I thought she was annoying.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought Sam Neill's character Alan Grant. You know, he was cool, and then he sold out in the third movie. Like,
Oh yeah, totally.
but hey, everyone needs to get paid, right? Like, I'd do it too. Like,
Oh man.
if I'm just like in an airplane and a velociraptor looks at me and goes, Alan, like, like, I'll take it.
I mean,
I'll take it.
You know, and seeing Jurassic World a couple years back, has it been like 2 years? 2 years since Jurassic World?
Stuff like that, yeah.
Something like that. Vincent D'Onofrio's character has a lot of room to grow, you know, and expand as a villain. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Is he really a villain though? Like,
I mean,
who's the
that's a good
villains
point.
in these films? You know, he makes you think.
It really
Like,
does. Actually, you have a really good point.
Like, I like one thing that I do really like about this new film coming out is the tagline. You know, yes,
yeah.
it is a very Dr. Ian Malcolm line, but that's been Jurassic Park since the get-go. Life finds
Yeah,
a way.
exactly.
And in every single freaking movie, life found a way to fuck shit up. Like, like you can't cage dinosaurs. You don't put
Yeah.
baby in the corner. You know, like.
What other analogies can we throw in there? If you don't shoot, you don't score. So
True. Oh, damn, all the ones I'm thinking of are bad.
yeah, no, same. All right, we'll move on. All right, that's cool. So looking forward to Jurassic World 2.
Jurassic.
I'm hoping we get more news soon. Ian Malcolm, very welcome return. I want to see how he interacts with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. Hoping she doesn't have to run in heels anymore. And I'm hoping the movie's good. So, moving on, we got some other news.
Mhm.
A little closer to something we love. Even, you know, it's hard to say what geeky thing you love more, but you know, Star Wars is very much up there for us. And we got some news that former directors or the guys who directed animated films such as Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the Lego Movie. They also did 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street. Phil Lord and Chris Miller are no longer part of the Solo, a Star Wars story film. And I wanted to get your take on this, man. How does that make you feel?
I like the energy that they're gonna bring into it. I mean, the way that Star Wars itself has kind of branched off from canon.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I think, in my opinion, both a good and a bad thing. Hold on one second. Something's playing in the background.
No,
anyway,
it's cool. You know,
I think
like
it's a good and a bad thing.
Oh, the fact that they left, you think it's good and bad?
Yeah, because I miss canon. I was a avid reader of the books. You know, I liked the Yu Zhang Vong, and I don't even know if that's going to be included anymore. I liked drama behind the kids of Han and Leia, and is it going to be, you know that we've already identified. We've already identified Ben. Wow, my brain just blanked out on his name.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Kylo Ren.
What's his name? Kylo Ren. Yeah, wow. I just totally forgot to Kylo, because it's not his name, you know?
Exactly.
Kylo, that's, you know, the fact that there's so much canon that was made and then now it's not, that I don't like. But it just opens up, again, whenever they rehash something that I really, really love, I have a hard time getting mad at it, because it just opens up this thing that I love to new audiences. Like potentially a more mainstream audience, potentially an audience that wouldn't have particularly enjoyed it before. And the more fans that something has, the better quality it's going to get. Like, you're going to get more backing behind it. It's just going to get more content. And so I can't get mad at that.
Okay.
So bringing in these, bringing in outside talent from someone from a space that doesn't necessarily come from Star Wars, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be very good.
All right, yeah. So, on that note, they're bringing in Ron Howard, the guy who directed Happy Days, Apollo 13, The Da Vinci Code, to replace Chris Miller and right? Phil Lord and Chris Miller, yeah. To replace the two directors that were supposed to, take the helm, and it's intriguing, It makes me think of the Marvel films because recently. The guy who's supposed to direct Ant-Man, his name escapes me at the moment because we keep forgetting names. I'm going to look for it real quick. Shoot. Where is that? Edgar Wright. So he's supposed to direct Ant-Man. He left because what he said was, the way he felt was Marvel pretty much just wanted a director to direct their film, not have much input from the director. So it's really interesting, and it makes me think: is that kind of what they're doing with these Star Wars story films? When you step out of bounds to a certain degree, are they just going to be like, you know what, we can just get someone else to do the movie we wanted them to do anyway? Like, is that what they're doing? Which isn't necessarily bad, because if you have a theme in mind, much like the Marvel films do, all the individual stories going into an overarching team up, then it's not so bad. I guess I could also understand the ire that comes from directors who want to have their input in their films, and have their say, and because when you're a director, they bring you in because of your name, and I guess they kind of don't want to be just the names that are attached to the films. They don't want to be those guys that are just like, oh yeah, They have an existing fan base. Let's bring them in so that they bring that fan base into the movie, and I'm hoping, it doesn't leave a sour taste in anyone's mouth, especially for the fans.
Okay, I totally misunderstood what the first part of our conversation was, and I realized that I went on a big tangent about bringing in outside talent, and then now it's apparently because they're leaving, and I'm like, oh damn, I had this completely flipped.
No, but you brought up good points, because both directing teams, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and Ron Howard, they have no experience in Star Wars, and these will be their first forays into Star Wars, and you brought up good points, especially now that we're getting.
How far off base was their vision? That's my question. Like,
exactly.
That's the real question. Like, why did they misalign? Why did Lucasfilms be like, hey, we could give somebody else because you don't see it the way we do?
Yeah, that's the big question right there.
I think it's. I wonder what they thought the film should look like versus what LucasArts is trying to, I guess, project.
Yeah, because Gareth Edwards, the guy who directed Rogue One, he seemed to hit it off with everyone over there, and it seemed like he had a great time, and the way he said it, they took in his input very well. So it may have just been a difference of opinion. Gareth Edwards the huge Star Wars nerd that he is, may have just fit in perfectly to be the director for Rogue One, as opposed to these guys who, maybe aren't as big fans or just don't really have the same vision that Disney and Lucas films have or share,
Yeah.
And it's always sad. Yeah, unfortunate, very unfortunate. So
I just hope it doesn't impact the release dates or anything like that.
I know, right? Yeah, so fingers crossed, and best wishes to Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and good luck to Ron Howard. I hope things turn out well. The guy they hired to play Han Solo, Alden Ehrenreich, seems to be a great guy, so I'm hoping that turns out well.
Ehrenreich,
yeah. All right, real quick, I'm going to breeze through a couple of things before we get to one more big point. So Pitch Perfect 3 has a release trailer released
I
trailer.
just saw the trailer. Hey, I'm up to date. Like, and this is cool. We didn't even link up, like, at all. But I saw
know,
the
right?
trailer earlier today. I'm wearing this shirt. Like, it's just like I knew.
We're
I
in sync,
knew.
man. We're in sync. Yeah, so it looks like the Barton Bellas are going to be the focus of the story once again, and it looks like it's going to be dealing with post-college life and how they're coping with the real world, as some would say. So interesting concept because it's been tried and tested. I've always been a fan of the Pitch Perfect series, but the more I watched the trailer, the more I thought, okay, this is their swan song, their finale, because if they do any more, it's going to be like the Fast and the Furious, where they become like secret agents, singing a cappella as undercover agents. You know, like that's the level of ridiculousness I'm starting to get a feel for in this trailer. I mean, I see the smile on your face, and I want to get your input.
I completely agree. You know, this trailer, I know I said ridiculous already earlier, but this is also quite ridiculous. Like, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to watch it. I do enjoy the humor of Anna Kendrick. You know, I enjoy, what's her name? Fat Amy. You know, I love Fat Amy's character. What's
Fat
her name?
Amy
What's the
Winehouse.
actress's name?
Rebel Wilson.
Rebel Wilson. I find Rebel Wilson pretty funny as well, just as an actress. But I also love her as Fat Amy. The rest of the cast, it just seems like, look at this. You can, like, it's ridiculous. This is a movie about a cappella.
Oh
Why is she getting sucked out of a plane? Like, this makes no sense. Like, Fast and Furious, they did it. You know, kudos to them. I've watched every movie, and they've had me every time. You know, I'll give it to them. But Pitch Perfect is not going to be the next series that does that. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you could turn drag racing into some James Bond shit. Like, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. You can't turn Pitch Perfect into some James Bond shit.
I mean, if they are gonna try it with like some spin-off or something, the level I could see it going would be like Baywatch, like The Rock's Baywatch.
Oh, that one looks good. I want to see that. That came out already, right? Like,
yeah, I do want to see it as well. I haven't seen it yet, and I don't want to temper my expectations, so I've been avoiding reviews. So I do want to see it. But this looks interesting, and hopefully it turns out well. You know.
There was a point that I wanted to make as well.
Oh yeah.
Shucks.
No, so while you're thinking of it, I do notice that none of their male rivals from the previous movies seem to be in this movie, and I'm hoping they make at least a couple of cameos, you know. And
speaking of cat, that's where I got it. The reason why I watched this movie isn't for Anna Kendrick, isn't for Rebel Wilson. It's for those two announcers. It's for the frickin' announcers. Like that, they're the best part of Pitch Perfect, right there. They're the best part of the frickin' Pitch Perfect series every time. Like, if they were just narrating the film, it would make it 20 times funnier.
Yeah, like what's his name from Arrested Development when he commentated Dodgeball? It was Chili Palmer. And the guy that looks like Kevin Bacon but isn't Kevin Bacon. Gosh dang it! Names, man, names.
The guy who looks like Kevin Bacon but is not Kevin Bacon.
ESPN 8, the Ocho. I'm gonna look for it. Gosh dang it. Cotton and Pepper. See, I shouldn't have looked for ESPN 8. I should have looked for Dodgeball. But yeah, man, like I totally get what you mean. They bring like such a funny dynamic to the story that you know, it doesn't have to be there, but the fact that they're there just makes everything so much funnier.
What's her name? What's the girl's name?
There we go. Gary Cole and Jason Bateman. Sorry, which girl's name? The announcer?
Yeah.
She was Rita Repulsa too. Gosh dang it.
She was Rita Repulsa? No shit.
Yeah. Wasn't she? Hold on, let me.
I still haven't seen Power Rangers. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, she was Effie in the Hunger Games. Man, let me throw up their names. Gosh dang it, I hate it when this happens.
We don't look like a legit. We don't look legit if we don't know the names.
Yeah, I know, right? Elizabeth Banks. Gosh dang it, Elizabeth Banks and John Michael Higgins. Ah, that was gonna bother me the whole day, man. Yeah, so Elizabeth Banks. Yeah, they're so awesome, and I can't wait to get more of them, and probably for the last time, James, for the last time.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. For the sake of the franchise and our opinions of it.
For the sake of the franchise, don't go. The trifecta is where you stop.
Exactly. All right, last two bits of news we got for you guys today. We got a couple additional details on Rocco's Modern Life. It's going to be out next year, 2018. It's going to be called Rocco's Modern Life Static Cling. And, oh my gosh, it is meta as heck, James. It is so meta. So, turns out the plot of the movie or the special is that Rocco, Filbert, Heifer, and all those guys, they got launched into space back in 1996 when the show got canceled. And when this 1 hour special picks up, they've just gotten back to Earth. And they're trying to adapt to modern life and modern technology. How freaking meta is that, dude?
What the fuck?
Right? Isn't that just like the weirdest thing?
I didn't even know they were making a new episode. I was reading the link you sent me.
Yeah, man. It's absolutely weird, but I'm gonna say it's not unwelcome. I can't wait. They're following in the same vein that Legends of the Hidden Temple did. Where they had that like kind of reboot movie thing, which I hope ends up spinning off into the game show once again. So I'm hoping that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, so really meta. And one of the cool things that we're getting, just like with Hey Arnold, and the two-parter that we're getting with that, is they're bringing back the original voice cast for Rocco's Modern Life. Because unlike Hey Arnold, which had to recast a lot of the younger voice actors that they had at the time, everyone in Rocco's Modern Life was older, so their voices never changed, and they could still come back and do the same voices. And I'm excited because Rocco's Modern Life was one of those TV shows on Nickelodeon that was actually, like, when you got older, was actually more adult than you thought it was.
Yep.
And it was really great for that.
That
so I
show
can't
was
wait
weird.
for this. So weird. Not as weird as Ren and Stimpy, but it was weird in.
I was gonna go Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy takes the cake, hands down.
Yeah, Rocco was one of those that had just the right amount of weirdness.
Yep.
They did cross the line at some point because it got really weird with a really, really big man and his nipples of the future.
Yeah, they pushed the envelope as well. You can get away with a lot more.
Oh man, so true. All right, and last up, I don't know if you've seen this, James, but from the mind of Seth MacFarlane, we're getting a Star Trek parody TV show called The Orville.
Yes, I did see this. I'm actually super hyped for this.
Me too.
I'm super hyped for this because I think it has such good potential. I don't like Seth MacFarlane acting in his own shit. Like, he is a funny guy. He does excellent voices, but he's not a good actor. Like, I just don't like him as an actor. And this is all based off of 1,000 or 1,000,000 Ways to Die in the West. I just really didn't like him there.
Yeah.
But seeing the trailer, it looks quirky. It looks fun.
Yeah.
I think that he's infusing more of his kind of Ted-ish kind of personality into the role. So hopefully he could, since it's sci-fi, he can act it out as well. Like, we'll see. I'm excited for it though. If there was any doubts.
Yeah, I am excited about it too. It's interesting because near the end of the trailer we get a bit of a plot twist where his ex-wife joins his crew, and it turns out to be the girl who was in G.I. Joe and played Mockingbird in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I'm hoping they have a good dynamic because I wasn't that big of a fan of her on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I'm hoping this turns me around because, you know, like you said, the humor seems on point. He's writing it, Jon Favreau's directing it, and that's a pretty deadly combo for comedy. Jon Favreau and Seth MacFarlane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So and the budget looks up to par. You know, the aliens look pretty good. They don't look shitty. And the special effects look good for what they're trying to achieve. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Dude, I'm hyped for this. Like, is there any that's to look out for? That's coming out in the fall, right?
Yeah.
Like everything's on pause for the summer, right? Like it's so sad.
It's such a slow, hot summer, man. Like,
dude, it gets so hot out here. It was 42. It was 42 earlier.
Celsius?
Yeah, Celsius.
No, that is too hot, dude.
It was like 115 degrees.
Oh, that
Fahrenheit.
is too hot.
It was
like
ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm so happy we started getting rain here, but dude, 42 is ridiculous. That's.
But it's a dry heat. Like it's a super arid heat.
Man. I feel so bad for you, man. I'm glad that you were able to take the time to do the show today, even though you had such a long drive. You had to go through the heat. Work came up. You know, I really appreciate all the you taking the time to do this, James. I love you, man. I love you.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
All right, so I'm gonna make sure that you can get. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you can get back to texting. But before you do, let me play us out here. James.
You gotta put me on blast like that, damn.
No, like
I mean, checking a work email.
Exactly.
Hey.
What I mean is, I want to let you get back to your work because you had work before this. You had a lot of work to do before this. You had a lot of work to do before this. I'm sure you have work to do after this. So I want to let you go. But I do want to ask, James, where can the folks at home find you when you're not on our weekly, simply amazing, over-the-top podcast, Quit Stalling? Where can they find you, James?
You check me out on Instagram right here. That's at rebels at rebel _ scum 1980.
Sorry, rebels what? Rebels what?
At rebel _ scum 1980. Please check out my. Hold on, let me bring up my handle. Make sure everyone knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Like, I had a friend, a mutual friend of ours, go like, "Wait, 1980 was James born in 1980? He looks so young." And I was like, "No, that's just his handle." That's when what's it called came out, right? Was it Empire?
No, not Empire. It was Return of the Jedi.
Okay, yeah.
Even though yes, I'm an Empire guy, but Return of the Jedi, I don't know. Like, I don't want to change it anymore. It's too much. I'm not going to make you change the graphics and do all this, but I'm also going to promote right here the Witcheries. Please check out the Witcheries on. Wait, there we go.
There we go, dude.
Damn.
You know what? Send that to me. I'm making new graphics. I've teased this on the show already. Send all the social media you want me to plug, and I'll have it flash on the screen for you. But check that out, guys. Bewitcheries.ph.
Bewitcheries.ph. Get your lip tints on. Get your lips shiny.
Oh yeah, and those anime eyes bright.
I love the support from that, Harold, because you didn't even know what I was promoting, and you just plugged it. You just plugged it right in, and then you're just like, "Is it lip tint? Like, what is he going with his lip tint?" Like,
I saw the tease on Instagram stories, so I was like, "Oh, gotta support this. Gotta support this." All right, so guys, check that out, man. Bewitcheries.ph. We'll have more info on Bewitcheries next week, man. We do have to talk about that. I do want to plug that some more on the show, if you're willing. All right.
Love you, babe.
Alright guys, if you want to find more of me, I am Herald Silvestre. You can find me on the intertubes at Herald Plays. If it's Twitter, if it's Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, those are, just search Herald Plays. I'm pretty much like one of the very few people in the world named Herald, so people start naming your children Herald. Alright, if you want to find out more about Quit Stalling, head on over to www.quitstalling.us. That's quitstalling.us. You'll find all our links there, but if you want me to read it out, I will, James, because I know you like me. Well, when I read things out. So Instagram.com/quitstalling, Twitter @quitstallingus, Facebook.com/quitstallingus. We're on SoundCloud, SoundCloud.com/quitstalling, Twitch.tv/quitstalling is where you're watching this, or at bit.ly/quitstalling live. You can find all our VODs at bit.ly/quitstalling YouTube. If you're listening via the podcast, you have more than one way to listen to us via podcast. You could listen to us on the iTunes Store, on Google Play, on Pocket Cast, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and all of those. If it's a medium where you can get podcasts, we're probably there. And if we're not, let us know. quitstallingShow@gmail.com. That's quitstallingShow@gmail.com. James, episode 33 has been a blast. I can't imagine doing this without you. We have definitely redeemed ourselves from last week's horror show. And dude, honestly, all the things we do, highlights of my week, man. I wouldn't enjoy it as much without you or any of the guys that help us out. So I do want to thank you, as I always do, because I mean it from the bottom of my heart, James. Thank you so much.
Oh, stop it, you.
All right, guys.
I'm glad to be here as well, man.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, James. All right, sorry I accidentally played the outro. But we're gonna have to go, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Message us on social media. Bye, everybody. Bye.